this is my testimonial for Blossom Bariatrics. I came to Blossom after years, my whole life, of struggling with weight management. 3 years prior to getting in contact with Blossom, I had spent a lot of time with my healthcare professionals doing the whole Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, supervised, exercise and nutritional plans, even did some prescription weight management medications, appetite suppressants, which really had no effect. And so I was facing a lot of health issues, pre-diabetic, hypertension, early signs of heart disease, severe sleep apnea. And my doctors were like, dude, you're not going to live to see your kid graduate from high school if you don't do something. And they had been suggesting bariatrics for a long time, something I wasn't ready to do. And then when I finally was, I was now faced with the insurance battle. And that was really hard because I had 2 insurances, but they all had exclusions for bariatric surgery. And so even though I had, all of this documentation from my medical providers over 2 years, they still were really fighting it. So I was kind of at a loss because they were telling me I could potentially need to wait another 2 years, something I wasn't ready to do, something I was ready to do it now, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I had found Blossom months prior to the time I actually called them. So I decided to call them. And as soon as I actually made the phone call, I think it was a matter of like the end of the day, I had my appointment set. My experience with them was, from the get-go, very answering all my questions. I was explaining my issues with the insurance, and they were telling me how they're able to help navigate that, and they understand, and walking me through the whole process, explaining everything, explaining the transparency of everything. And then even before, even though like a month, 2 months prior to my actual appointment, I was already engaging in a support group and tutorials and videos and nutritional information. And so it was really intense from the get-go. And my experience that week of surgery was I came from out of state, and getting picked up at the airport in a really nice car, and from somebody who not only is an employee but also a patient, was really relieving. It was like, okay, I met somebody who lives and breathes this, and they work for the company. And just even though I was doing all this during the height of the pandemic, I felt very comfortable going through all of the process. It was very nice. I felt safe. The hotel was nice. There was staff there. You could see patients there. There was nursing staff at the hotel who were doing their follow-up. So there was like a little mini community at the hotel that you stay at. So it was overall a really as comforting as possible experience, given the heightened energy of it all. So where I am now is, I'm just about 5 days past my 1 year op. So before, my highest weight before starting all of this was about 350. I'm about at 200 right now, and I've been sustaining that for a couple months now. So I went from I couldn't even walk or very far without getting winded to now I'm able to go running. I just did a mountain run yesterday, 6-mile run in the mountain, in the rain and hills and mud, and it's I get to go watch and play with my kid and keep up with him, and there's all these new things that I'm getting to experience that I just never thought like that's something I would get to do. I'd really written that off early in my adulthood, like that's just not going to be me, and now all of these things are possibilities. So and I'm still engaged with Blossom a year later. The support group, the nutritional information, the podcast, the web, the webisodes, all of that is amazing, to still be engaged in it. And everybody's super helpful and encouraging. And we have transparent conversations too, which is also needed, I think, for a lot of us. So Blossom saved my life. Not only did it save my life, but Blossom gave me a new life that I never thought that I could have, and I have it now, and I'm gonna keep going. But if it wasn't for all the staff, from the first person that I called that day when I was desperate and just needed somewhere to go, to the getting picked up, to my first pre-op consultation, to the day I left to get on the plane, the whole experience has been amazing, and I'm really grateful for them. And I don't think I would I don't have any regrets or that I would have wanted to go anywhere else. So thank you.